How do I get my CV through auto sift tools? I'm guessing that's the sifting tools that kind of, process things used by recruiters. And actually, what I would add to this question. Tell us how it actually works, because I'm pretty sure most of us just think there's some, super duper computer there just going, no, no. So yeah, what can you tell us about these tools?
You can see I'm like desperate to start talking about this because I feel so strongly about it. There is no robot. There is no
Okay.
robot that is automatically sifting through your CV. Doesn't happen. It's all done manually by recruiters. There is a human looking at your CV. Like there's no, like, and everybody I've spoken to, I've never experienced this kind of like auto sift tool. The only example I can think of is within one organization, if someone said that they didn't have the ability to work in the UK because that organization couldn't sponsor in that situation, they would automatically reject that candidate because they couldn't progress with them. That's the only example I've ever come across, and I've spoken to loads of organizations. And there's a recruiter in the US who works for Amazon. I think her name's Tejal, and she talks a lot about there's no robot.
Okay.
there's no robot. And on that, I've seen, I think this is more geared towards like graduate things, like I've heard before. It's not specific to technology, but people on like TikTok, for example, saying put keywords in white down at the bottom. Like there's not really any keywords that we're looking for. The only time that would be relevant is if someone has applied for a role, they're not relevant for that role, or we couldn't progress with them for some reason, but we do still want to have their CV on file because we do genuinely want to consider them. And then you can keyword search to see, previous applicants, how they suit to new roles that they've not applied for. But there's no auto sift.